Hi, everybody. I wanted to do a little live stream tonight. This is, as always, for the people that watch this on the replay, which is how I watch live streams, which is sort of, I don't know, it's weird because I want people to be able to be watching this actually live, but then at the same time, when I watch live streams, it feels weird to like jump into a live stream when it's like halfway over because I don't know what I missed. And sometimes I just want the live stream to just be posted so then I can just kind of rewatch it at my own pace, pretty much. But it's also like really cool to be able to, uh, I don't know, just interact and engage, and yeah, and just talk because I still don't know how I do these live streams, whether or not it's just my sort of excuse to just be able to have this like therapeutic conversation with myself, but with people watching live, or if it's just me to be able to like really really talk about I don't know, theme park news and my opinions on it. So, hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Hi Joey. Yeah, so I can't imagine this is probably people's favorite content on this channel, but this is just kind of like how I'm going to wind down because for me, uh, the weekend has started and I'm very happy about that. Work has been a lot recently. I've been doing a lot of like 6 days, sometimes even 7 days straight of work, and that money is great. But that has been draining. Jabber, hello. Oh, we got some people in here that I'm very excited, very happy to see. Um, yeah, so I'll be sort of talking about theme park stuff, which is what I always do. It's the core of this channel. It's my entire personality that I've sort of built up over the past decade, and I hope you know that. And then all this trading card stuff is just fun for me to indulge in. Um, and there's Brennan in the other room watching the live stream while she eats her dinner. She's hiding from my mustache. She's not. I think she likes it. I hope so. Um, yes, I do have a mustache, everyone. Did never think I would have a mustache. Still don't think I'm going to commit to it. I'm waiting for so my brother is going to be visiting soon, and I'm literally waiting for Travis, who's visiting, to go to Halloween Horror Nights, um, to see me with a mustache, and then I'll probably shave it after that. I grew a beard after Dennis's birthday in Chicago when we did that trip, and how that was sort of like a um, I had a lot of videos that I was trying to catch up on with like editing family videos uh, and just vacation videos, and then trying to catch up on the theme park stuff, which I, for the most part, feel like I have finally caught up with theme park stuff, just with everything closing. Everything across all of the theme parks has pretty much closed. And yeah, and so we're just trying to run around to try to film that and then film the new stuff. And I don't do this full time by any means. Do I do this full time? If anything, I have receded into doing this less part time than I did before. It was easier before, just with the schedule that I had. But now that I have a very I have a much more consistent job opportunity now, pretty much. So it's very consecutive days, and it's easier schedule wise to be able to kind of balance that and you know Brennan's schedule too and stuff. But I have less time to just run around the theme parks all day and do challenges and stuff. So, but I still, my goal on this channel is to have a video every like 2 to 3 days, and that gets kind of hard. It sounds a little bit easier said than it sounds easier done than said. But it's something that I advocate for myself because I find it very healthy and fun, motivating, and I don't know. It brings me a lot of like self satisfaction to go to the theme parks and to just try to find something new to do, you know, and sort of indulge in that. This mustache is like right on this microphone, and it's a little bit weird. I'm not used to that. Yeah, so that's what I do. I like to go to theme parks. I like to do little home vlog type variety videos where it's a little bit of stuff around the house, a little bit of just things that I'm just interested in that particular day, and then maybe some theme park stuff kind of thrown in there, which is gonna like kind of like ease into my main like insecurity that I'm probably gonna be talking about today when it comes to like vlogger insecurities. I have a lot of them, and I'm sure that a lot of vloggers do. Um, Mine would probably be just the type of video that I edit and upload compared to that same type of video that a different vlogger would film and upload, from a content perspective, not necessarily like quality or coverage of the particular video. But there's like a pride that I have, but then a simultaneous jealousy that I have with, and I've talked to Brennan about this a lot. So sorry, Brennan. Yeah, but just comparing the what I qualify and as a good content for a vlog versus what other people upload, and that's not to like put down other people's content. I'll get into that, I think, maybe a little bit. But hello everybody again in the chat, particularly Joey, who we've hung out with a couple times, and then Jabber. It's good to see you again. And then there's Brennan, who's just right there in the other room, probably listening to this like at a delay. Brennan missed my iconic Mickey Mouse poll because she was taking a nap the other day, and I had to go in there and show her when she woke up. And that's, I wouldn't say that it's like the reason that I didn't like scream and go crazy. I don't usually do that. I kind of shut down when I get a very good card. I don't know. It's a mental fight or flight, and I think I've been burned by too many like PokeTubers and Lorcana tubers and everybody that opens up cards on the internet, and you're supposed to just scream and yell and jump and dive into a pile of plushes in the corner. But I don't do that, because that's not authentic. I think that is it's a little bit there's a bit of a hyperbole with that kind of a reaction and a dramatization. It's a little bit more theatrical, but I got an iconic Mickey Mouse, and I still can't believe it. So I have some stuff here that I'm probably going to be opening. I don't know if we're going to be going to Howl-O-Scream this year. We have to be like, and I think that just vloggers that are able to like go to everything. It's not that I can't pretend that I don't have the time to do it, because I probably could, but I do have to like pick and choose those sorts of events, like from a financial perspective, because it's not that I wouldn't want to go to them, but I don't know. It's like, it's not like I'm not even trying to say that it's like a financial lucrative thing of like a reimbursement, because a lot of, I think, bloggers have that mindset too, is that something does need to be, there's like a reciprocated investment of putting effort into doing a video that they needed to see back out of it. And I don't want to get to that point, or if I want to do something, it's because I really want to do it. I have like a sincere enjoyment or investment or interest in it, and at this point I don't necessarily have that for Howl-O-Scream, where for us it's Halloween Horror Nights that has more of that lucrative draw to it, that we have like the tickets and the passes to go to. So I don't know, and that's also like, I would go to Howl-O-Scream if we were going to go like hang out with like our friends Jorge and Kelly, who live over in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. So that's always like fun to do there. We haven't gone to Howl-O-Scream and at SeaWorld yet, and that's like very close to where we live. So I don't know. We're having fun trying to just, or we're attempting to try to find the time to go to Halloween Horror Nights with again the passes that we have. So we'll see. Nothing's never not something that is something that I would want to do, I guess. We are, and I'm teasing this still, I'm not going to say it yet. We're going to be doing something new for Halloween this year that we're really excited about. And even like right before I started this, actually, Brendan and I were talking about something new to do for Christmas that may not happen. But I think just like, we don't want to just kind of fall into this like repetitive rut of just going to Not So Scary and Very Merry every single year, only doing the same sort of things. It's just rewarding for us to be able to do that every now and then. We haven't even been to those parties in recent years, and it's by no means that we're better than those events, or that we have no interest in going to them every single year, but a lot of them are repetitive. Even I would say HHN is not repetitive. Like that's what is so popular about HHN, is that it has that attractive return aspect to it, where every single year they have new houses and new scare zones, and I think that's why people love it. Even Hallow Scream does have repeated houses every year. Which even as few times as I've gone to Hallow Scream, I'm pretty sure that I've done repeat houses at Hallow Scream. I've gone to like even is it Fright Fest at Six Flags? So I we went to Dollywood for Christmas last year. I don't know. It's like it's cool to just and then I went to Atlanta for that one very very themed haunted house in Atlanta, which was like 5 HHN houses all in one house. That was incredible. Yeah. So when it comes to like the holiday stuff, like we want to do it all, but we can't because we don't do this as our lives. So it's difficult when compared to other people that do have that fortunate opportunity to have this be their livelihood where they just go to these events wherever and whenever they can. So that is something that, I mean, we're not by any means like against doing that at some point, but it would just, with full-time jobs, we would just run into the wall with that definitely. Which I don't know. I don't want to like, again, take away from, that'd be really cool to do that, but as of now we can't, even though we want to. Brennan just got acclimated to HHN. Give her a second on Hallow Scream. Yeah, and so Brennan and I are going to be going down, not Hallow Scream, Horror Nights again very soon. And this will be our first trip together because Brennan went by herself with a friend, and then I went by myself to do what I usually try to do, which is to try to do all 10 houses in one night without Express, because I like to do that, because every year it seems like more and more and more vloggers and bloggers, they just kind of like double down on this elevated experience of Express passes and stuff, and that's just not something that I want to just advertise and advocate and be like that, advocate to be a medium for just, hey, if you want to have a better experience, go spend more money, buy this and then buy this and then buy this and then buy this to have fun. I don't want to do that. I know that it is such a worthwhile investment to buy Express to these places. We went to Knott's Berry Farm and we bought their version of like Fast Pass, and whenever the family comes, we do buy Lightning Lane, but it's not something that I just want to do every time or lean into being the only option to have a good time at these events. So doing all 10 houses without buying Express, saving $300 or whatever Express would be, that means a lot to me. That's something that at some point, if I'm not able to do that or even come close to doing that, that's when I would have to bite the bullet and I'd have to be like, I guess Express is the way to go if you want to be able to accomplish this. But it's just my own personal challenge that I like to do. Hallow Scream feels more like a theater show where Horror Nights is more cinematic. I like that. It's more affordable too, and you do in Orlando and in tourism, you do get what you pay for in that essence, definitely. And not to say that Hallow Scream is cheap, but Horror Nights has significantly more budget and then years of implementing these creative ideas that I know that the creative team at SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, they definitely have, but there's a space issue and I don't know, like you get your money's worth out of Horror Nights by all accounts, I think. See, a lot of people are saying that Horror Nights is like really good this year, and it's sort of like a sentiment that I had. I didn't know if I don't think I really talked about it too much in it, like the time that I went, but no house really in particular attracted me to HHN this year. This was a very casual year for me to go to HHN, but with that like incentivized aspect of like being surprised by the quality of these houses, and that's why I was really excited to go to HHN, because there wasn't a Stranger Things or a Ghostbusters, or I don't know, Scooby-Doo, like any of these like easy IP houses to integrate and acclimate myself to HHN, to then go beyond that, to then, okay, these other IPs I don't really know much of anything about, but I was attracted this year because of this IP house, and then because of this original house concept. But that wasn't the case this year. No house really in particular excited me about Halloween Horror Nights, but having gone to HHN and having done all the houses, it is a really good year. Like, definitely. I wish that I had more familiarity with some sort of an IP, but every year it's always the original houses that do it for me. I could be I could not be less interested in a lot of the IP houses because I don't resonate with them, and I don't watch horror movies. I have no interest in horror movies like at all, but I love the storytelling and the thrilling elements of these IP houses, I guess. Like I don't in particular want to watch Halloween, but then I want to go through the Halloween house. I don't know. But I'm excited to go back, and I think and this is something that I've personally doubled down on too, compared to maybe other content creators like in the sphere, where a lot of people they really want to put emphasis on the creative uh, concepts of these houses, and like other than reading the house sort of premise, I like to blindly just experience these houses. Like I know that there's so much lore that is considered and put into these houses, and that is incredibly interesting. And at some point, I hope that we can do like a lights on, um, like behind the scenes tour of these houses to really be able to appreciate these backstories more than you have the opportunity to just walking through, getting all sorts of uh, overwhelming, overstimulating noises and liquids, and it's like I want to. I do want to focus on those backstories, but I don't have the chance to. And I think a lot of bloggers they do double down on wanting that to be an informational sort of experience, talking about these backstories, and that's to compensate, I think, for not being able to film inside the houses if you don't have like a media um, like access approval. I don't know. I think a lot of my bread and butter is still just doing that just that original vlogger concept of just like this is just sort of us experiencing something and doing it and kind of vlogging that, and it I hope it's slightly more elevated than just the bare minimum, but then I also don't want to get to that place where I condition people to watch that it needs to be informational and educational, and not that I'm like would not want to do that, to share insight about things that I learn, but I can't do a video where it's all a specific breakdown of the information relevant to Halloween Horror Nights. I could do that with Harry Potter. I could not do that with Star Wars. Like, it just depends on the subject, how obsessive I am personally with it, and if I, like if I don't genuinely have that interest, then it'll come across in video. It'll be very there'll be that formula that's going to be contrived. It's going to be just very disingenuous, and I don't want to do that, right? I want to whatever I do, it's my channel, and I want to show stuff that I'm interested in, and I hope that the people share that same interest, and it can like educate and inform me and stuff that I should be more interested in, like certain houses at Halloween Horror Nights that I have no idea what's happening, but I could also do the effort of like looking into like the breakdowns of some of these houses. Yeah, HHN is pricey. There's a lot with HHN, and parking is only free after midnight. So on your particular pass, the wait times are always excessively long. Depending on like what time that you get there or what order you try to do them, or if you try to do the shows and you try to get food, that's also what's a bummer about, I think, just Halloween Horror Nights is like if I focus on just the Horror Nights houses, then I could probably do them, but then I don't get to really eat the food. I don't get to really enjoy the scare zones and see the show. And those are two very different ways to experience that event, right? Of like before Brennan was comfortable doing the houses, that's how we did Halloween Horror Nights, is just walking through the scare zones, getting a drink, and just kind of enjoying the atmosphere. I think a lot of people do that, and now they have like the no scare, the no boo necklaces, and whether or not they work, I don't know, but it's cool that those people that need that to go to that event have that, I think. So I'd like to open up some stuff. I have this. I've just had this here the whole time. This is when everybody leaves. I'll still be talking about theme park stuff, by the way. I hope. Or if you have any like anything that you want to input. I just wanted to like go through this kind of quickly because it's just been like sitting around and I need to like open it, get it out of here, organize it. I have not had the opportunity to define stuff very recently. Lorcana, kind of the exception. but Pokemon. So just to be able to find it and be like, I can finally open this again after like almost a year now. This is my like uh, Yu-Gi-Oh binder. This was like the original retro pack that they had. So I guess these retro packs are reprints of retro packs of reprints. So I don't know. This is retro pack, like the original retro pack, and then they came out with the retro pack 2. And I kind of sincerely doubt that most anybody here really cares or knows about Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. But I just figured I would open them up, and at some point I'll just kind of organize those in there. I have 6 boxes that I specifically got because I looked at the last live stream that I did, and I opened up 6 boxes then, so I kind of wanted to be consistent with that. I'll kind of put that off to the side. I don't think I'll do like I have this, and this is how I filmed the Lorcana opening last week, where I got that iconic Mickey Mouse. But I feel like I'll just open them up like a little bit more casually, because then it's just going to be my hands just opening up these cards for like 20 minutes or however long it takes. And we don't need to do that, because the focus needs to be on me. Ow. Okay, open up this Lorcana thing first. This is something that I almost opened up like weeks ago, but I didn't. And I was like, maybe I'll just kind of keep it sealed and keep it in there. But I have too much stuff in there, and I need to like prioritize. If it's like significantly something that I just really like the look of, then I will keep it sealed. If it has packs or something in it that I think are just really cool. Yeah, so gonna go and open this up and kind of try to continue like talking, I guess. What I like, what I mentioned earlier, like when it comes to like vlogging and security, I'll kind of like get more into that, I think, in a little bit. Hopefully. Okay, how many packs are in here? 5. Okay, so 5 packs. This is cool. I hope Lorcana does more of this, where they have like just like a bunch of different kind of packs in there. Because like at some point, and that's why like I would have wanted to kind of keep it sealed, but at some point, like this will be worth something, I think, right? Like Rise of the Floodborn, that's the 2nd pack ever created by Lorcana. Some of these other ones, maybe not so much, but we'll see. So, vlogging Insecurities. I'll just kind of let you know if I get something good, and then maybe I'll use that camera. Oh, I did get a legendary. So they have like, they changed how like legendaries look and how like they're embossed and stuff, and like and I appreciate that. Like Lorcana needed so bad to like step up their game with cards and how they like looked and stuff compared to how like Pokemon does it, where like just these cards are just gorgeous, honestly. So once again, vlogging Insecurities. What I struggle with in videos that other people don't, that I've noticed, is I get to the point so much faster comparatively than other vloggers do, and that's a demerit on myself. It's in a way something that I'm proud of and happy about. Oh, this was upside down. So when I like edit a video, and to me, I feel like I'm doing so much stuff, that there's just so much happening in a video. If it's like a vlog that I film at home, or something at a theme park, or a challenge, or something like that, I feel like I have vlogged so much, but in reality, I have filmed like a bunch of like 5-second or 10-second clips, and somehow I'm only 2 minutes into an edited video, and it's already like hours into the video that I've tried to film the content for, right? Like if that makes sense, where it's like if we go to Magic Kingdom, 2 minutes into the video, we're already like in the back of Fantasyland about to get onto a ride or something, and it's just like, how does that happen? Other people's, like, other vloggers' videos, somehow their intro is 2 minutes long or longer, like 3 to 5 minutes or something like that, and somehow, I don't know, and I think it's because I have this insecurity of talking too long, and that's why I like need this. This is my chance to just talk at length. And if anybody, thinks that I probably talk too much. I can understand that. Oh, got another legendary. I'm doing a terrible job showing these, but these are just very like uninteresting packs, sort of. And I was just gonna casually do this as I just kind of talked through them. But yeah, I wish I took more time. I think like I sincerely do think that where somehow I'll have like a 2 hour long like timeline worth of video to edit down of just attempted takes to record something or whatever it is, and then when I edit the video, it'll somehow end up being like 18 minutes long. And to me, that's like a is it like is the majority of what I try to say and do, like, is it just that bad that it just ends up being just cut and condensed down so much? Because most of the time, it's not that I just cut down like a lengthy attempt at saying something. It's just me trying to say the same thing over and over again. Nothing in that one. Okay, I'm pretty glad that I opened this one up. Because I guess there's been a couple legendaries, which like in like a booster box, you'd want like maybe like 4 legendaries or something. So yeah, at the same time, I am glad that I just kind of don't do that. I appreciate that I can kind of like get into what I'm trying to do a little bit quicker, and I don't really kind of linger on I don't know. They're vloggers. I don't want to mention them, right? But they really take their time. I don't know what happened there. I think I was getting a phone call or something. Yeah, nothing in this one either. Couple super rares. So that was fun. But finally opened it. It was just kind of sitting in there for a while. Yeah, they're vloggers that I don't want to like mention because it's not that I'm trying to like put them down by vlogging how they feel comfortable, because that's not cool, right? But just like I seeing somebody else put out a 30-minute video and just the content of that video being just like a few like 5-minute clips, and then being able to upload that, monetize that. There's so much that I'm envious of with that, where to me, whatever I upload, I feel like needs to really be worth your time, right? It was an Amber Alert. Uh-oh. Seriously, nobody wanted to call me? That makes me sad. I'm going to try to open up this ball. And I think I'm looking into it too much. I know that I've mentioned this. It pains me to listen to myself talk for long periods of time in a edited video. This is fine, right? Because this is supposed to be more casual. I've convinced myself that this is just casual, and this is just me just kind of like talking casually about a subject. I'm opening up trading cards. Some people are going to watch this now. Some people might watch like in the replay. But like if I'm at a theme park at Magic Kingdom and I'm just like vlogging, talking to the camera for like 5 minutes, it feels like such a long, lingering time. Brendan, you're worth my time too. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Oh boy. These are some unfortunate packs in this ball, so I'm glad that I opened this up. Can I just kind of go through these really quickly? Oh! Interesting. I got a like white code card, but I got a couple guys in here. Cool. Gyarados and a cloth. Yay, I'm rich. I can sell this. And I can quit my job, and then I can be a full-time vlogger. And then maybe I'll talk more and be less insecure about how long I talk. Something else is like I don't like walking and talking like down Main Street, and I've talked about this a lot. It's just like there's a lot of like self-confidence, and okay, this is supposed to be a good code card, and then the cards in here were not good. Interesting. Right? I think so. That's how the code cards work. All right. Another bad code card, but is there something in here? Nope, there's not. Well, See, that just happens sometimes. Sometimes you just open something up, and it's good that there was nothing in here because it justifies opening it up, and then it still just kind of stings a little bit because you've spent money on buying this, but it's okay. Okay, we're gonna move past it. It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna open this up next. I'm gonna kind of just like power through this because I haven't had dinner yet. I'd like to have some dinner. I got a couple of these, so that's why I'm gonna open this up. This is so why I got this. I mean, for one, it was like available. This is, I think, the equivalent of like it's kind of like Crown Zenith in the sense of it's like the end of the Scarlet and Violet era. I think, right? I think Pokemon is starting a new era, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with it. They haven't, like, to my knowledge, released any like new starters or anything. I know that they have like a new game coming out. I don't know. See, it just shows how little I know about any of this. But that's a pretty card. I don't know what to do with these like jumbo cards, but I like it. All right, can open these up real quick. If there's like, I think there's like a red Victini in this set, that would be pretty bonkers. Okay, can open these up very, very quickly. No, got that guy though. This is the best like opening content, and like a lot of people have like the overhead cameras, and they're able to like do this. Okay, just did that on camera. That's great. Or they have what I have. Like they'll put their camera like right here, and they'll kind of do it like that. But I don't want to do that right now. I just want to open up some packs for some fun on the internet. I'm trying to think if I have any more like vlogging insecurities. Like I'm sure that I do. Oh, this is a Master Ball. It's kind of fun. Little, kind of see there's like a little Master Ball there on this like lily pup. That's cool. Okay. Okay. I'm happy so far. If I could get something that's like a full art or illustration rare or something like that, that'd be kind of neat. Not in that one, unfortunately. One more Black Bolt. So there's White Flare and Black Bolt. It's kind of the same set, but they're two separate sets. I don't get it. And nothing in that one either. Well, darn. See, trading card games, they burn you a little bit sometimes. But you know what's not going to burn me? These. I'm going to go and just open up these boxes and just put all the packs like off to the side. This was just for the sake of like just kind of adding it to the binder, and like a lot of the stuff that's in here is going to be very nostalgic, and you might not recognize them. Maybe you do if you ever played Lorcana at some point, or not Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh at some point. See, some people are pulling some pretty good stuff with this set. I don't have like a super. I don't want to really open up this set. Pokemon. I'm falling off of it. Like, I'll be super blunt about it. Like, there's a new set that's coming out tomorrow, Mega Evolution. I think that everyone is very excited about. It has some very cool stuff in there. But it's so hard to get it. Pretty much, like, a lot of this stuff, the Pokemon stuff, I hate this. I've had to, like, be one of those guys that goes to Target and has to, like, wait in line to then go up to, like, the guest services counter just to ensure that I get one product of each thing or whatever it is to even just be able to get anything. And it's like, that's not how I ever saw myself doing this. The attractive aspect of like these trading cards was that I would be walking past this like, you know, card section, and just for the sake of nostalgia be like, oh yeah, I'll grab a pack, see what happens. Or 6 boxes with 4 packs in each of them, you know? But that's kind of make up for just the itch that I haven't gotten for Pokemon in the past year. As so many sets have been coming out. Like, even sets that I didn't really care too much about, like, even those can't stay on shelves at all. People are just getting whatever they possibly can, you know? I don't know. And I get it. It's fun, you know? It's worth money, obviously. What's in the shot here? What is all this? Oh, this is something I'll show in just a second. Once I open all these up. something that is kind of cool, but kind of. I mean, not that it was like scary, but I was featured on another vlogger's channel that does like commentary, like on in particular just like theme park content creators. Please stop vlogging. I was featured in one of their videos, and I got a tiny little bump in like just viewership from I think people coming over from that channel. So if you are here from Please Stop Vlogging, then hello. I hope that I earn your viewership and your subscription, your whatever you would like to give to me. I hope that I can give that back in some form of entertainment. So yeah, and it was intimidating in that I'd watched that channel before, and just the scrutiny of which like theme park vloggers often deserve to be scrutinized, and you know, people are entitled to like opinions about how people vlog and what they choose to vlog. And a big thing of mine is just like what people choose to monetize and how they are able to kind of take advantage of that kind of clickbait aspect of YouTube, and I don't respect that personally. And like the videos of just somebody having a thumbnail of this, and then the title is like, I can't believe this happened. Hate that. I have zero tolerance and respect for that, you know. And I don't know. I think people will defend that that's how you play the game. That's how you do YouTube and stuff. But it's like, I'm not trying to take advantage of like people with their time, because that's what I'm selling. You know, doing YouTube is just your time. Like, you choose to give your time to anything on the internet, and that you're giving it to me right now, opening up Yu-Gi-Oh packs at night on like a rainy evening. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna open these up real quick. Joey, thank you so much. You are awesome too. This is something like I felt like, I don't know. It's I do this with things where something brings me like a mental closure that I enjoy. You know, where it's like if I did this with like the previous like retro set, then I can do it again one more time. This isn't something that I'm gonna be. I think I said this last time too, that I'm not gonna be making it a series, and here I am opening them up again. But it's different. It's a different retro pack, right? Don't compare myself with others. Truly one of a kind. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and thank you. And I maybe I recognize that feels like it's like baiting a little bit of the, you know, like, I look so ugly in this dress, you know, like hoping that people will comment how pretty I look in this dress. I hope I do look pretty in the dresses that I wear. But what I understand is that people, I think, are attracted to people that they are like-minded, right? When it comes to the YouTube sphere, and just how they think, how they approach theme parks, and what value they provide to them, and how they want to give their time to those vloggers that advocate for how they would want to do a theme park, whether it be kind of more like premium experiences, whether it's express or you know, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. So if you're watching this, that means I'd like to think that you kind of you validate me in that what I'm doing and how I do things is okay and normal, and maybe you identify with that. And if I could ever be better, I'm aware of that, and I'm trying to be, because sometimes I do wish I took a couple more breaths and I talked a little bit slower, right? When I do these videos and these vlogs, and it's not because I'm afraid somebody's gonna click off and go watch something else, because I'm not getting to the point and showing the what I'm supposed to be showing in the video, what the title's about, and you know, in the first second of the video, because everybody has the most minimal attention span because of TikTok and Reels and all these other things. It's I don't know. I just don't want to waste people's time. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to, like. But also, people like that, and that's kind of like the vlogger thing, right? Is that people want to see people just kind of walking around and being like, "Wow, I never noticed that before. That's really cool, huh? What's that over there? Oh, I didn't know that. Let's see, what's this over here? Oh, I didn't know that this was happening." And then they just stop talking and then they just like film things. You know, that's something I'm not good about, is not talking when I'm recording. Like, I'm allowed to zoom in on things and let the thing speak for itself without me having to speak, and I could be better about that. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro packs to kind of do what the point of the video is, the point of this live stream. Thank you for saying that I look fire with my mustache. I hope I get something cool. I did get something cool. This is Injection Fairy Lily. Let's see if I could put this over here. Hold on. Let me see. Can I do this? There it is. So this is Injection Fairy Lily. This is like, I think, one of the cards that you would want to get in this reprint. Well, that's cool. All right. So I got something. Finally. Thank you. Everything's falling off the table now. So I just keep this here in case I get something, and then I'll kind of show it off. There's this again. So this is like, I remember this because you had to get every letter of the word final. And then I think you win the duel or something? Or you did? Yeah, you win the duel if you have all of these like letters, and you can only have 5 magic trap cards on your side of the field, so you would take up every single space with these, but if you have them all, then you win. I feel like there used to be like a what do you call it? Like a scandal or something where it used to say like death or something, but then they had to like change it for like the English cards to say final because they didn't want to like advocate or reference death or something. And if I could show that off real quick. Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool. A lot of these, I feel like the rarities are different. Like Injection Fairy Lily, I think I remember that being like a secret rare, and I think this was even called something different. I don't know. Wow, I'm going to be going on for a minute if I keep stopping with every single pack. Another Injection Fairy Lily. Well, I was hoping that I would get this, so I only got 2 in the first couple packs. A lot of these other ones are like ones that I still do recognize. But you might not. So that's going to be fun for me to kind of like go back through later. Okay. God, like just these cards, like Gemini Elf was like my card, like back in the day, and Call of the Haunted, and I don't know. It's fun. This is fun for me. It's the fart of the cards. There you go. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Why aren't I just... I got 1,000 Eyes Restrict? This is like... What is happening like with these cards, dude? I'm sorry, like I'm just getting like a lot. Let's open up like 4 packs, and I've gotten 4 ultra rares and a super rare. That is just... See, whenever I open stuff up like for like an actual edited video, and this is something that I struggle with a lot. I don't struggle with it. I like, if I go to McDonald's and I want to get like a particular Happy Meal toy or something, then I open it up and then I don't get the one that I want, and I'm like, well, darn it. And then I go back the next day after I'm done like editing the video, and then I get the one that I want, and then I'm like, of course. Or I open up one of these boxes in like an edited video, and then I just kind of get like stuff, and then now I'm just getting nonstop like super cool stuff. Like if I got a Jinzo, that'd be pretty cool. So, if you want to give me a Jinzo here in a second. See, there we go. See, now I'm getting, that's finally a rare there. This is Don Zalug. I had him in my deck too. I'm probably going to rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I'm sorry, Brennan. This is going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! House for the next couple weeks. It's like, God, just so much of this is just like, it's bringing me back, man. Tyrant Dragon. What if I could just kind of add this up here. There you go. How's that? Does that work? So you can actually see some of the stuff that I'm getting, but it's not like the main focus of the video because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And nobody cares about Yu-Gi-Oh! And if people are watching this or listening to this while they're like driving or doing dishes or something, I'm sorry. This is probably very uninteresting at this point. See, I got all the good stuff, and now I'm going to get all the crappy stuff. But this is fun. This just makes me happy. Like, just having the opportunity to like just kind of do this. And I wish Pokemon did this so much. Like, it would just be cool. Okay, I'm starting to get some like repeat stuff, definitely. Even in the same order too. Like, they put like the same cards in here in like the same order. That's interesting. Don't worry, Brennan. I'll share with you for your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master set. I won't leave you out of this. But like, imagine Pokemon, like, the retro pack, like the original retro pack, that would be like the base set reprint or something. And then like the retro pack 2 would be like Jungle and Fossil or something to be able to like go through just like the original most nostalgic cards. And they have reprinted it like cards, but in such a way that it's like not the same, I guess. I guess it is kind of the same. Evolutions was like a base set reprint, but that just had a very minimal amount of like original cards in it. Whoa. That is a secret rare. Crap, that's a Harpy's Pet Dragon. Ooh, that's a pretty card. Damn. Dude, this is fun. I don't know. I'm having fun doing this, and they're so inexpensive. Like, it's $17.99 or something for a box of like 4 packs. Which like now you can't even get a single Pokemon pack for like less than $20. You can, but it's hard to. You can get packs for less than that for Pokemon, but it's just difficult to just find them at MSRP. Like, it's a big deal if anything's even under market price for Pokemon cards now. Lorcana, nobody really seems to care about. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that these are like keeping it relevant at the moment. No. People that play and love Yu-Gi-Oh! It is by all means a very popular and successful franchise, but this is making it relevant to me again. Okay, we're getting into cards that I don't know what they are, but that's okay. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the game that really brings my brothers together more than anything else. And because we actually played it like Pokemon, we kind of played it like Travis played it competitively. I would just kind of went to like Barnes & Noble just to like trade cards and stuff. But when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh!, that's when Travis and Dennis and I really got into it. And Travis was really good, and I was getting pretty good. Dennis did his best. Sorry, Dennis. His cards, I think even... I think when his fire, when his apartment burned down, he lost his cards. Whoa. Some of these, like, I feel like I recognize, but then I'm just like, who are you? Right? So Travis, I had a friend who I invited him over, and this was just when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was huge, and Travis had a Gate Guardian, which is a card that was very, very rare, and it was Travis's like prized possession. And I invited this friend over who lived in Gulf Breeze, and we were in Pensacola, so it was like a trip for this guy to like get to our house in Pensacola. I think we even had to meet like halfway because my dad didn't want to drive all the way to Gulf Breeze. But so I was inviting him over to come over to the house where we'd play like Dragon Ball like on the PS2 or something, and we'd like trade and play like Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, and just like the casual like boy sleepover kind of a thing. And Travis, like when I called to invite him over, I remember Travis like taking the phone, and he was just like, I have a Gate Guardian, and he was trying to like advocate, he was trying to like sell this guy on like his cards that he had that were like viable to want to trade and stuff. So Travis told him that he had this Gate Guardian, and my friend, who I don't think I ever saw again after this, maybe I saw him like one time so he stole to my knowledge, to my to Travis's um opinion, uh, he took Travis's Gate Guardian card because we never found it again. It was in a very specific place that was just Travis never ever found this card ever again. And I saw this guy one time after that, and I was just like, "Hey, I don't want to be that like accusatory, right? Like, hey, you stole my brother's like prized card," and I was like, "Hey, Travis is missing his Gate Guardian card. Do you know anything about that?" And he was just like, "Oh no, did you look like the last place that you had it, or I don't know. It was like the generic kind of like dismissal, and yeah, and then I never saw this guy again, and I didn't want to be like accusatory, and like for a while after that, I was even very like Travis would be like, "Yeah, your friend that took my Gate Guardian." I was just like, "You don't know that for sure. Like you could still find it. Like you're accusing him, and he may not have actually taken it." And never ever saw it again. So at this point, I think the statute of limitations 20 years later is probably like, yeah, I think this kid like took Travis's card. But I did make it right. I did it like actually 10 years ago. I remember like after moving to Orlando, I bought another Gate Guardian for Travis and I gave it to him. So he does have a Gate Guardian. Um, after this one was stolen. At the time, that was a pretty expensive card, and I'm sure that it's gone down like significantly compared to like Pokemon, which has only gone up and continues to go up. Oh, there's this guy again. I don't know if Gate Guardian in these like retro packs. And again, I love a Genzo, but I don't know how like rare some of these things are in here. There's a dragon. There's always a dragon, but there's a dragon that's like worth a lot. Insect Queen. I remember that from the anime. See, just a lot of these make me want to rewatch like the anime. Definitely. I'm getting close to ending this. I'm gonna try to keep this under an hour. Ooh. The coolest thing about like Yu-Gi-Oh is like when you were watching the show, and like if you had the same card that they were using in the show, it was like watching Game of Thrones as they're sword fighting, and then you have like your own little like plastic sword or something. But it was just that to an exponent of just enjoyment for like watching this show. Like when they play the card that wins in the duel, and you're just there like, yeah, I have that card too. It was hype, and just everybody has their version of that like Saturday morning cartoon that was just like very special to them. You know, where you just could not wait for that new episode to run downstairs or run into the TV room to be able to watch it. Got another 1,000 answer straight. All right, so I have some repetitive cards in here. I'm down to the final 4 packs, so my final box of the retro packs. And I hope I ended on something interesting. It started off like crazy strong in those first 4 packs there, like ridiculously strong. I'd like to think I'm going to get one more. I don't want to say one more secret rare. I do, but I don't want to jinx it. So I'll say one more ultra rare, but I'll also settle for one more super rare. And that is the worst cut Yu-Gi-Oh card I have ever seen. Holy crud. Look at that. You can't even see the top of it. That is ridiculous. You see that? That is a super rare, so I'm kind of, or no, that's a secret rare, which is sort of hard to tell, but it's like the holographic pattern. That is so weird. You can't even see the top of that card. Wow. Well, I got another secret rare, and that's going into the binder. Oh, all these cards are falling off now. Final pack, and anybody that's still watching, thank you. All right, got another super rare too. So you know what? Pretty good. Pretty good. Did not get a Jinzo. But I got Injection Fairy Lily and multiple Injection Fairy Lilies. I got 1,000 Eyes Restrict. Those are very just nostalgic cards for me. Got the Harpy Lady Dragon, I think. So that was cool. I had a couple more things I wanted to show. So I went to the post office right before doing this because I like to try to like see if there's anything in the post office in the PO box. Which, if you are interested in the PO box, it's on my channel in the like. It used to be like in the about. I don't know if you. It's like on like the main channel page. I think if you like click down or something about like the channel description or whatever. But this, you don't have to send anything in the PO box, but just if that's something you're curious about, because this is something that always means a lot to us whenever we get like the little stuff like this. It says, enjoy your special day. And this is from Susan and Michael, who sent Brennan. It says, happy birthday from Susan and Michael. So she appreciates that very much. And again, she's watching right now. And she was very happy when I showed that to her. Final thing, one last thing, so I can keep this at an hour. Why is it that firefighters have mustaches? It's interesting. Like it's like it's an authoritative like thing, right? Or just the I don't know, like first responder like facial feature that is just it commandeers so much respect. If it's like a police officer or like a fire department firefighter, I don't know. I think it's cool. But like I'm glad that I was able to like play around with it like a little bit. I don't think I'm a mustache guy. I think unless everybody's kind of blowing smoke up my butt at work, people think I can pull it off. I mean, Brennan has given me compliments about it. So unless everybody's being really nice and it looks awful, I'm glad to know that I can do it. But I think I'm a clean shaven guy with maybe a little scruff, you know. One more thing that I wanted to do that has nothing to do with Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or Lorcana. That's a worse place to put that. So in the video that I just posted, I don't know. I've somehow like made myself feel this. I don't need to condition myself or have the want to that this is going to be just something that I do on live streams, just eat chips and stuff. But I've had this for like a little bit. I haven't opened them up because I'm like, do I need to save them to open them on like a video or like a live stream or something like that? And I'm like, no, just eat the chips. It's okay. You can buy something that's like a novelty and you don't need to show yourself or talk about yourself consuming them. But I ended up going to what it was is because I've biked to Burger King and McDonald's. It was like, okay, I'll bike to Wendy's now so I can have biked to the main fast food places within a reasonable distance of where we live, and I'll get the Baconator, and then I can put the Baconator, because I had Baconator Cheez-Its that I put onto the Baconator, and I thought that was just like really cool. And then I've had this, and I was just like, I don't know, it's grilled beer brat with the Miller Lite like beer on there, and I was just like, am I gonna like get a Miller Lite? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go buy. I don't drink beer really, and I don't know. It was like. And then I was at the gas station, and they just had one of these tall boys of Miller Lite, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. I will do what I did with the Baconator, where I got the Baconator with the Baconator chips, and I'll do the thing where I eat a Miller Lite Pringles chip with the Miller Lite. So this is how I'm going to end this video, this live stream. For everybody that's watching, this is what I'm doing with my life. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. It's theme parks, but it's also apparently Yu-Gi-Oh! And Miller Lite Pringles chips. I'm mostly excited to finally open this up because this has been in the cabinet for a minute. See, I don't know Miller Lite enough to know what that is supposed to taste like. I guess it's the grilled beer brat. Okay. What was the award for the most lame opening of a beer? I do not think I'm going to finish this thing. This thing is huge. Yep, that is a Miller Lite. You know, Miller Lite's not that bad. It's the preferred beer of a lot of our friends, and I can kind of see why. It's good. Oh. Brennan wants a chip. You're welcome. Do you want to try the beer too? No. Oh. No. mean, it's more beer brat. I can see that. It's subtle. Um, they work. They're okay. Yeah, I could see this being like a complimentary pair of the grilled beer brat and then the Miller Lite Pilsner beer. It was good. I didn't really have anything else to say about that. I just kind of wanted to do it so that I could actually eat these and enjoy these because life is content. And if you're not recording it or putting it into a video or on a live stream, what's the point? I don't know. So, thank you everybody for watching this weird live stream, but in a weird way, it is cathartic for me to open up a bunch of these cards so I can finally like organize them and throw things out and recycle things and put things into a binder. Brennan says it's decent, not a huge hint of beer, but I can see it. It's nice and savory, kind of smoky. Yeah, because it's the beer brat, or the smoked beer brat, grilled beer brat. I bet. Yeah, and then it's always fun to talk about some PO box stuff and have some little snacks. Mom and Dad are finishing up their Mediterranean cruise. They went to London and Italy and Spain. They went everywhere. Pretty much all of the cool places in Epcot they actually went. Dennis is right now, I think, on his way to Germany and stuff. And Travis and Christine are always traveling everywhere for like various like conferences and stuff with both of their respective like careers and stuff. So everyone's having fun. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get at least Travis down here for HHN because Dennis is doing a lot of traveling. I think he's going to New York too. Yeah, everyone's doing some fun stuff, and hopefully Brennan and I can keep up by maybe doing a couple theme park things here and there. Whoop. Okay, there's the hiccups from the beer. Thank you everybody for coming to the live stream. I appreciate it. Again, very random, but very fun to do. And yeah, so have a great night. Thanks for coming to the live stream. And now I can actually finally go have some dinner. And we'll see what happens with this beer. This is a big boy. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.